We've been on a quest to find the least expensive, full-featured, and easy-to-use portable power station. Today, we'll review the ALLPOWERS S300 along with their SP012 100-watt portable solar panel on Let's Talk Tech Today. Hi everybody, Mike here. I reached out to ALLPOWERS to get some additional information on their S300 power station, and they were actually kind enough to send me one of these units to test, along with one of their 100-watt foldable solar panels, which I will open that up later on to show you just how nicely designed that this is. I'm actually quite impressed with this portable panel compared to any panels that I've used in the past. But what I like about this S300 is this is a very small, compact unit. It weighs 7.5 pounds, and this is ideal for hikers and campers or somebody that wants to use it around the house. And it's just super simple. It is controllable with your cell phone via Bluetooth only, which is ideal because when you're hiking or camping, you're not apt to have a wireless router with you. So just having limited features, less to go wrong with it, is exactly what I was looking for my viewers. There are two built-in LED lights. You can turn them on independently or through the app. When you turn it on, it'll turn both of those on. There is a button here to turn on the DC ports. And on the side, you have three USB-A ports, and there is one USB-C that is a PD or power delivery port. It allows for 60 watts on going into the unit for recharging, as well as 100 watts on an output to recharge any of your portable devices. There are also two DC 5525 barrel plugs, which is not found too often on many units, especially this smaller at this price point. So having those is a huge plus. And then you also have two AC ports on the front, which again has its own individual button here to turn it on. These are 300 watts with a 500 watt surge, capable of running most of your household appliances. The battery is lithium ion, and it is rated at 288 watt hours, and which is another nice thing that ALLPOWERS provided that I've never seen of any other portable power station company provide. But they actually give you the rating that it's a 78,000 milliamp hour battery. And just using simple math, which I've illustrated in other videos that I've done before, volts times amps equals your watts. So if you back that out, and they do provide it to you as well, it's a 3.7 volt battery system that's within this. I'm sure that they're combined together. I can't believe that this would operate as low as 3.7 volts, but it is nice to know the size of that battery. This is too large of a battery capacity. You cannot bring this on an airplane, for anybody that would be wondering about that. It also has a Qi wireless charging on the top. I do have trouble with my iPhone because the case that I have has a big magnet on it that you can use to adhere to metal surfaces, and it just messes up all wireless chargers for me. So to me, that's not a feature that I worry about using, but anybody that does like to use wireless charging and doesn't have a case that would interfere with this, this is another added plus that you forget to bring a wire and your phone supports that, then you're able to use this. It has a 12 volt DC port on the side, or a typical car accessory port or cigarette plug. And your two inputs on this, one is a DC 5521 port used with the included charger or the included solar charging cable, and an Anderson solar port. And these, along with the USB-C input, these are your only inputs on this device. I have noticed a few people think that these cigarette adapters are inputs. They are not. They are output only on any of these devices. This is never going to be utilized as an input. So in order to charge this in a vehicle, they do not include a car charging cable, even if you get the kit that includes the solar panel with it. ALLPOWER sells a separate car charging cable, or you could utilize a device like this in a vehicle that I've covered in another video that has a 100 watt output that would allow this to take advantage of the full 60 watts charging. Or you could use another item that I will reference in the description that allows a USB-C wall charger instead of using the cube that they include. This is a 60 watt charger, and it's just a simple barrel plug, and just plug it into that, and it's as simple as recharging that way. But what is also nice with this, using the USB-C on the recharging, is you can actually combine the inputs from both of these. Um, so you can recharge this much faster by utilizing two sources. I don't really recommend doing that unless it's something that you urgently have an impending storm coming and you want to get this charged and topped off as quick as possible. That's when I would do that. But um, heat is obviously not good for any of these devices. I wouldn't leave this in a vehicle if it's 140 degrees out, or 140 degrees in the vehicle in the sun in the summer months, or if you live out west where you probably exceed temperatures even beyond that. But this is full featured, light, easy to use, and if I pull up the app here, which I will overlay on the video, um, what's nice about this app is you can turn the AC off, you can turn your DC ports off, you can turn on the LED lights together, and it will give you the information of how much battery percentage is remaining, and it'll give an approximation of how many hours or days and hours that are remaining. And when you do plug this back in, it's obviously going to be real time, so it should and yeah, it's now reflecting in the app that it is now recharging. So it will start to ramp up on the input here. Right now it's slowly ramping up to the maximum input, and it will give you all the utilization that you need from this. If you have it set in your campsite and you want to be able to turn off any lighting or appliances, you can do it directly from this without having to go over to the device. So I'm going to turn that app off. And the other item that I want to show now is this solar panel before I go outside and actually illustrate to you using this in the sun and some of the other features that it allows. So let me put this on the ground because the solar panel opens up quite large. This handle has a little rubber bumper in here to help it keep closed so it doesn't flop around. I'm sure as you use it a little bit more over time, it'll be easier to open it, but I have found that that's a little difficult to open being new. But as far as this solar panel goes, they include a whole bunch of adapters so that you can recharge a laptop from this, even being a 100 watt panel. Most modern day laptops use anywhere from 65 to 95 watts, so you could actually recharge your laptop for free. And what they do is they provided cable with this. There's a series, depending upon the size of plug that you have on your device, that you can use. They give you two alligator clips that you can use to recharge from a car battery if you wanted to. This is strictly for recharging the device. It's not for jumping a vehicle to recharge the battery. They give you a USB to USB micro cable, and they give you 4 carabiners in order to secure this if you want to hang it from a tree or wherever you may have it. But what is really clever about this, this is a very well constructed panel. Place that on the ground, and you just unfold this, and now you have 15 solar panels that are all connected together that provides the 100 watt output. There's these elastic hooks on here in order to hang it from wherever you want. It is very heavy duty nylon, excellent stitching on this, and it's just very rugged and heavy duty, which is perfect. I love that it's foldable so that you can put it into a backpack if you are out hiking or whatever I still haven't figured out how to properly fold this one up. But what's nice about this is this will easily fit into a backpack. This weighs 4.5 pounds, and then you're 7.5 pounds with the portable power station. So there is a little bit of weight, but I know many people that do hiking on a regular basis, and weight is obviously something that you want to try to keep at a minimal. And I've not seen too many people with hiking backpacks that aren't accustomed to carrying 40, 50 pounds with them. But inside here, and I'll show it again later in better lighting outdoors, but this is your port here that has your DC output. This is an 18-volt panel, and there's a USB-C port, two USB-As, and there's another plug here on the side that allows you to connect up to 4 of these panels together. So you could have a total of 400 watts, and this could be used on other portable power stations. It doesn't necessarily have to be used with just ALLPOWERS. So this is nice that it's a very versatile solar panel, and this is definitely highly recommended to people. I believe the pricing for this panel is, I want to say it's $149. I will have the screen captures that'll overlay for that, and if you purchase it with the portable power station at the same time, there is a slight discount that they provide by buying it as a kit. So let's go outside, do some testing with this. I will show testing using my phone to try out the USB ports, as well as how it works with this device. So come along.
I have their 100-watt panel placed on top of my existing rigid solar panels since they are properly angled for the sun. It is 1:30 in the afternoon, which is about optimal solar for my area. And right now, if we come down and take a look, we are pulling in roughly 70 watts. The maximum that this will allow to take in is 80 watts, and there is a little bit of cloud cover if you take a look. So that is about what I would expect. Even though this is rated as a 100-watt solar panel, the maximum input on this unit is only 80 watts, which is a beneficial aspect of it because the unit will only draw in what its limitations are. So you can always exceed your wattage on a unit, and in situations like this where there is any cloud cover or the different time of the year, it actually helps you out that you'll hopefully get close to that 80 watts all the time. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place my hand on top of one of these just to see. So you can see that the wattage is dropping down as I would expect it to do when you are blocking out any one of the cells. And since we're still pulling 40 watts, that is very good to be able to block one of these if there's ever a shadow or somebody accidentally places something on it. If you do ever have these placed flat on a ground, you won't have it at the proper angle to the sun, so you will have a reduced input to your unit by doing that. What I'm going to do, because this actually folds up into 3 quadrants, I'm going to fold one quadrant, so basically this is 1/3 of a panel, and we will see that it is still slightly functional. We're pulling in 9 watts. It's continually dropping down, so it looks as though it does not function if only 1/3 of it is visible. So if I fold this back up, I'm not going to make it to see how it would work if 2/3 of it is in the sun and what sort of an output that will produce. and that does render it useless as well. So you cannot block off a whole row of these, or it will make the panel not function, which is by design by most of these, as it was expected that they do have to work in complete unison. Same holds true with my rigid panel array that I have existing, that many times you can block one of them out. There's bypass diodes that are built into these to account for that. You'll obviously decrease your amount of input into your unit, but I do like the way that this is built. These are flexible to a limit. I'm not going to press it so I don't crack anything, but very heavy duty nylon on this, very well constructed on the stitching. And how this works here is on the input, or on the output of this, there are two USB-A ports, there's a USB-C port, and then this one output goes to the unit. And if you can notice on the side here, there's an additional port that allows you to connect multiple panels together, which wouldn't benefit a unit of this size, but since this panel can be used on a multitude of units, ALLPOWERS states that you can go to a total of 4 of these wired in parallel, and it would not impact the voltage. It would still be roughly an 18-volt output on this. So solar performance of this is exactly what I would want to have from this, and I think this is a great arrangement. One more test I wanted to do was checking the USB ports. I have a USB-C cable connected to my watt meter, showing that I am putting out roughly 9 watts going into my iPhone, and it is not really having much of an impact on the input into the unit. So I believe, since this is a 100-watt panel, that it will not be stealing any of the power from that. I'm going to disconnect the USB-C now and just see what sort of limits we may get on the USB-A. And okay, it's waking it up. And the USB-A cable coming in. This is allowing it only at just a little bit over 4 watts, so the USB-C does provide more of a advantage to charging. So if I disconnect both of them and I look down below, yeah, it's still around the same amount. So I'm going to say that another added advantage to this panel is you can use it to charge the ALLPOWERS unit and a USB powered portable device, whether it's a phone or whatever. As long as it's drawing less than 20 watts of power, it'll have no impact on the ability to charge the device.
We hope you enjoyed today's review of the ALLPOWERS S300 and their SP012 solar panel. It was very kind of them to send this product to us to test it out, and we are actually looking forward to reviewing more of their products. Hopefully they'll send us some of their larger units for us to be able to try, because I am very impressed with these products that they have, especially the solar panel. I know they do have much larger capacity portable power stations, and they also have other, their bigger units utilize lithium iron phosphate batteries. I forgot to mention this is a 2-year warranty on both the panel and this unit, and I did notice on their lithium iron phosphate battery units that those are a 5-year warranty. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to review more of them for them, as well as to be able to pass that information on to our viewers. This is definitely a set of both of these that I would recommend to my viewers. I think this is great for entry level, even if you just want to purchase the battery unit without a solar panel. You cannot go wrong with this. And I also wanted to point out, in the owner's manual of this, and I've recently discovered it with other manufacturers as well, you do need to make sure that you, if you put this away on a shelf and hope to only use it in emergencies, You do want to take this out they recommend every 3 months to cycle the battery just to make sure that it is fully charged, because if you let it go longer than that, they can void the warranty if you let this battery drop too low, rendering it useless where it can no longer take a charge. And I actually had a couple of viewers with some other reviews that I did that happened to do that, where they had it on a shelf for over a year in a closet, went to go use it, and it no longer will accept a charge. But I did notice that it is explicitly stated in the user manuals from most of the companies. So keep that in mind, that you buy these things, use them. Don't just stick it in the shelf and hope to use it for emergencies. That's why you buy this for. Again, we hope you enjoy the review of this ALLPOWERS power station and solar panel. We can't say enough great things about it. If you are not a subscriber of our channel, we hope that you click subscribe, click the like, that does help us, and share it to your friends and family members that might be looking for this type of product if they're into active outdoor activities or just want something small and portable to use around a house. On behalf of all of us at Let's Talk Tech today, thank you for watching and have a fantastic day.